Varuksa. I go to Garfield High School and I am going to be a senior. My project is about the journey to finding individual importance. I'm at a time in my life where I'm definitely questioning myself a lot, and it's important because I think that these questions should be asked more often, and I think people should be able to have answers to questions like why you're important.
My name is Izana Kasun. I'm going to the 12th grade and I go to Shorecrest High School.
My name is Yoon and I'm 11th grader. I go to Civil War School.
So my name is Gabriel Ingida and the theme of our film is immigration.
We could put a face on immigration instead of just saying it as a word. It's actual people.
Understand more about how do they come to US?
Like everybody's an immigrant, like unless like native, like if they were here before all of us, yeah.
My name is May and I go to Franklin High School and I'm going to the 12th grade. Mine is it's called My Memories. Yeah, I do about my country and being in new country. I think very important to remember my friends who passed away.
My name is Daniel Nagash, and I go to Garfield High School. I'm going to be a 10th grader next year. My project right now, it's about school shootings. Kind of gives you a perspective of how the students feel about it and how it's impacting them on a daily basis, and how it's a topic that people don't want to talk about, but it's real. I don't think anyone's life should be valued over a gun, because at the end of the day, a gun cannot lead a country, A student can do more than a gun can. It's almost as we're protecting guns and not children,
My name is Abdi. I go to Garfield High School and I'm going to be a junior this year.
My name is Zach. I go to Federal Way High School and I'm going to 11th grade.
Our project's about the community and what makes a good community.
If you don't really know your community that well, then it's very hostile and you won't have people to go to.
My name is Nu Fong. I go to Garfield High School and I'm going to be a junior this year.
I'm Tam. I also go to Garfield and I'm also going to be a junior.
I'm Nog, and I'm also go to Garfield and a junior.
Our project this year is a piece on tackling the problem of stereotypes. The whole video is going to be stop motion animation.
It's important to me because I heard a lot of stereotype almost every day about things like this person like this because they're that race. And I want to help people to get a better understanding about what's right and what's wrong.
My name is Naima and I go to Garfield High School and I'm going to be a sophomore. My project is about African American women and the struggles that they go through and empowering them and representing them in the way that they should be represented. It's important to me because I'm an African American woman myself, and the people around me are also African American. And I feel like our struggles and the things that we go through are not highlighted. It's not talked about. When black issues are talked about, it's always black men, it's never black women. And black women have a whole nother thing that they go through, and I just wanted to highlight that, and I just wanted to show that.
Hi, my name is Destiny.
And my name's Lydia.
And I will be attending Garfield High School.
So will I, and we're both 14 years old. Our project is on race, around bias and innocence.
We also want them to notice what they're teaching their kids.
This is Revealing My Truth. We hope you enjoy!
Whether one likes it or not, life doesn't stop because you want it to. In a world with 7.5 billion people, there are 7.5 billion worlds. The sun will rise and fall whether you are here to see it. Your struggles are your struggles, and your life is your life. You are made up of so many different components, yet it is hard to see you from a distance you can walk in 10 minutes. Only a select few will know your name. You are one of many. You are similar but not the same. And because of this, you feel small, and you find it hard to make your life have purpose and meaning. Because it doesn't take long for you to disappear.
Can you hear me pretty well if I hold it like this? Yeah. Alright. I tend to talk pretty loud too, so this probably works a little bit better. Yep. My first impression of myself would probably be that this guy's pretty quiet to begin, and then if I got the chance to get to know him a little bit more, I'd soon realize that he probably doesn't ever stop talking.
I think my first impression of myself would be that I am very okay, sorry, hold on. Pretending that I'm not myself for a second. I think my first impression of myself would be that I am very quiet and I say to myself a lot.
I can see this like little skinny boy, you know, just walking. I don't know what else about me. Yeah, a little skinny Asian boy, I guess. I don't know.
It is so easy to feel small when the world values numbers, praising the lower the number on a scale, the higher the number of likes equating to likability, attractiveness, and worth.
If I could change anything about myself, what would it be and why? I feel like these questions are always like set up to make the person fail.
I think if I could change anything about myself, I think that I feel like that answer is always changing, because now today I kind of feel like I would want to change how I interact with people. Like I would like to be a little bit more outgoing and yeah, just to be able to be more outgoing.
I would, I guess I want personally more like, I guess I want more bravery. I want more, you know, just want to like take more chances.
But if I'm like really being honest and I think about who I am as a person, like holistically, I think I'd probably change the way that I approach. I would change the way that I invest my energy into certain people. And I say that because I think that in a lot of relationships that I've had in the past, I tend to wear my heart on my sleeve, and sometimes that scares people, and sometimes people just don't know how to react to it. And so I think that maybe changing the way that I fully am present with certain people at certain times might be the first thing that comes to mind.
Lastly, if you can look at yourself the whole entire time when answering.
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah. Okay. This last one, I want you to look at the mirror. Okay, lastly, you're gonna have to look yourself in the mirror the whole entire time while you answer this question.
I believe that I am important and that I matter because I've brought a lot of laughter to the world, I feel. I've made a lot of people laugh. And I feel like I could have like important contribution to the world now, maybe right now or later in life, we'll see. And yeah.
You said look at yourself. All right, give me a second. I would say I'm important because a lot of the identities that I hold, I'm black and I'm male. And so I realized that just in my own journey in life, there are certain barriers that are inherently going to be set up for me to quote unquote fail.
I am important and I matter because okay, let me restart. Okay, I am important and I matter because I have a different way of thinking. I am a nice person. I love people. I love a lot. I care about people, and yeah, that's all I got. Oh man, that question.
I've asked so many people this question, but I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer to it. The reason why I came up with these questions is because I didn't really know the answer to them, and I was hoping that with hearing a whole bunch of people's different opinions on them, that I would be able to form my own. Can you see me? Yeah. Okay. Pretending... Should I say the questions? I'm just gonna... Pretending you're not you for a second, what would be your first impression of yourself? I don't think that I would really have a first impression of myself, because if I were to pass myself by on the street, I really wouldn't notice myself, because I don't have anything to notice. I'm usually looking at the ground or staring off, or I have a hood on or a hat, so very much purposefully hiding myself. So I think it would be hard to really register anything or take the time to think of anything. Do other people's opinions affect how much you value yourself? The answer is yes. I wrote this question because it's very apparent in my life that other people's opinions do affect how much I value myself. And just with anything that I do, people's opinions do get to me, and that's why I've sort of closed off and try not to talk out of fear of saying the wrong thing or doing something a little bit different. I instead wanted to be invisible, I guess. Last question. Why are you important and why do you matter? I honestly don't know. I really don't know. I know that I'm supposed to feel important, but I really don't know. I'm still figuring that out. I think I'm done. These were so hard.
We will bring back our jobs. We will bring back our borders. We will bring back our wealth. And we will bring back our... And we're going to be doing a job that hopefully...
Now, having said all this,
condemning the president's immigration policy
I think in a lot of ways, Trump tapped into a level of hatred that America has prehistorically been built on. And I think that when you talk about nationalists and how they feel the need to basically say, this is our country, these are our borders, this is the way that we want to have things ran, it is hypocritical, because when you look at the history of how we actually came to own this land, it was the killing of a lot of Native Americans who historically had been here for so many, like hundreds of years. And so when you look at a policy where it literally says that you're going to close off your fences and your borders, quote unquote, because this person wasn't born in America, I think that's very hypocritical when you look at the history of how we actually established America.
I think Trump's policies are very problematic. I think that he reiterates the racist ideology that has been perpetuated for 100 years or more. He is not doing his part. He's not doing his part to just take care of all Americans and all people who are residing in America.
I think in a lot of ways, the media and Trump's relationship are very reciprocal. I think that whatever he says, they're going to run with it and then either elaborate it in the wrong direction or try and basically convert it to what they think is right. And I think that media does a very strategic way of amplifying the issues that quote unquote Americans want to feel like they're, really using as something to motivate them or have them be in some type of momentum, so to speak. So I think that the way that they throw fuel on the fire, so to speak, definitely amplifies the issues of being an immigrant in America. And I think that it makes it a lot harder to basically take strides of access to these opportunities for immigrants if you're constantly hearing that, these are the people who are basically keeping us down. These are the people who are going against what America is supposed to be. When in all actuality, they are probably the ones that we're using as the most support for our country.
Well, I want to come to US for better opportunities. In my case, it was school. I want to go to school here, and when I get the opportunity, I just want to study in the US, and that's why
I had always an interest to come here. I used to read books, watch movies, so it was a very interesting place to come, and I always dreamed to come here. I work at the Yesler Community Center as a RecTech interim field supervisor. I went to school in Russia. I studied economical geography. Then I came to United States. It was not easy to find a job, so I went to school again, and I learned microcomputers management. At that time, it was an associate degree program in upstate New York. That's how the first job I got was in the public library in Rochester, New York, then doing data processing, tech support. Then again, I work as a tech support for a big hospital in Rochester, New York, but slowly, eventually, I moved to Seattle and become working as a RecTech. Exactly.
confusion. I was very confused because I have to establish who I am here, and I have to learn everything. It's totally different than where I was, and I don't have the connection. I don't have people that I know. I don't know how to get from A to Z. Don't know what transportation to use. Don't know how to look for a job. I don't know how to find a job. So it was very confusing and challenging the first 2 years. Now I'm the education engagement specialist, which means I work with families, students, and schools to improve students' education results.
I mean, my personal experience is positive, but I see a lot of immigrants and I work with a lot of migrants. And yes, being an immigrant is not that easy, especially language barrier, culture barrier, even names matter. Is it easy to spell your name? Is it easy to pronounce your name? So all those are hurdles that immigrants has to pass. But overall, my experience is positive.
Well, there is a false sense of America in back home, at least for me that was, because I felt like when I come here, one, I thought the school is free because in Africa where I was, the school was not expensive as I could see it. Two, I didn't anticipate other obstacles that I could, I'm an immigrant, I'm a woman, and a lot of things that it's not easy for me to get. And besides, I wasn't aware of a lot of the race and social justice that happens in America. I know there was some stuff, I mean there is some discriminations, but I didn't anticipate it as much. And it wasn't clear, but it was subtle. It was just something subtle there that not easy to figure, but you will understand that that's happening to you. U.S. is a land of immigrants. No, I mean except the Indians or native people. All Americans are immigrants at some point in their life, and I think it's important because they are the ones who bring different perspectives, different challenges, different ways of living. They add to the society for a better perspectives or better lives, or work hard to make their home in the new place and build this country and be part of this country and be so it's very important to have immigrants because the opportunities come through immigrants. And when you have different perspectives, America is great because it's land of immigrants. America is great because different people from different places and contribute.
I remember my country, the sunshine like a beautiful light, the birds singing with a sound like a sweet voice. I remember my country, the shadow and sunshine, green and dark in the rainy season, the sound of thunder, the smell of jasmine from the garden. I remember the sky full of clouds and birds that couldn't fly, the tears pouring down my face like a rain, because I can't forget the day my best friend died. The day my heart hurts the most, like a knife poke into my heart. It was the saddest day. My heart was broken. I saw my friend's face for the last time in my life. In this country, I don't hear the birds singing and I don't see butterflies. I hear different languages and I see different people every day. When I arrived, I was very shy, quiet, and I don't have any friends in school. But now I have a best friend. She is also from my country. I've joined the Burmese community. I am so happy to eat food from my country and to hear people speaking Burmese. I play soccer and I run track at school. Now I have many friends.
Einstein လိုမျိုးအသိဉာဏသိပ္ပံပညာရှင်တွေကိုလည်းအကူအညီတောင်းလို့ရှိမှာပါထိုင်မရှိစက်တစ်ခုလုံးချင်းနဲ့ဒီကဘာမြေမှာရှိမှာလားအချိန်တွေကုန်ပြတ်နောက်လှည့်သွားမယ် remote control that ရှိရင်ငါရံဖြစ်တဲ့နေရာတွေကြော်ပြစ်မဲ့စိတ်ညစ်
During my freshman year at Garfield High School, there was a school shooting threat. I never thought it could happen at our school. When my friends told me about the threat, I was wondering who and why. My friends just told me that it was a white senior. I mean, I heard a whole bunch of rumors about it, but I didn't know which one to believe. I was frightened. Before the threat, I remember coming to school in the morning and entering through the south entrance, which is Alder Street. But after the threat, I wasn't allowed to enter through the south entrance because the school enforced rules to keep us, quote-unquote, safe from a school shooting. We had to walk around the school and enter through the main entrance. I would sometimes run down to the side door because I'll see it opening when students came out to go to their class. But there would always be a security officer guarding the door who wouldn't let me in. It was so annoying because all I wanted to do was come to class on time. Sometimes I'd be late because I had to walk all the way around the school.
I think it's definitely made me more aware of the fact that every day isn't promised, and it very well may be that I can die at school. It's somewhere I thought I would go and then come home to actually start doing something and living life.
For me, it's like now whenever I go to school, it's kind of worrying me like, oh, what if something happened? Like, you know, like it not like what it used to be anymore. Like it all changed, it all feels different now.
Usually that's just like they're freaking out about it. Like Eva earlier, she was talking about how she would be so scared, like she wouldn't know what to do and stuff. So yeah, I feel like I'm just scared more for them than for myself.
I think that hearing a knock at the door definitely puts me on edge a little bit. I think my focus isn't on learning most of the time because I'm trying to be more aware of my surroundings.
I have to focus on my school stuff first, but sometimes it does make me think about it at some point. Like when we have like drill and stuff, I'm like, oh, is it real? Because they don't really tell us. So yeah.
I think that she definitely is scared to the point where she tries to ignore the fact that it's happening. I think that's, people have different coping mechanisms, and I think that's just one of hers, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to continue to go to school, and I still have to live my life, and there are dangers everywhere I walk, so school's just become one of those things on the list, and it's something that I have to live with, but also that she has to live with. There are a lot more rules, or they've enforced more of the rules that were there that they didn't enforce before. For one, there are limited accesses, so we can only come in through the front door. The classrooms are locked at all times while we are in class. They've brought in curtains to cover the little openings in the doors.
Usually what happens is the school just like they have like the alarm, right? So the alarm goes down and like all the kids will turn off the light, like prep the classroom, close all the window, lock the door. I mean the teachers is gonna do that too, yeah. And then everyone just go down to the floor. Then just wait till the drill is over.
Like for example, like the back door, which is the door that I usually go to, because I go to school from that way. So now when they lock it, I have to go all around to went back. So it take me longer, and if I'm running late, I would be late for sure.
Again, gun control is important. So if people can't get their hands on guns, then there shouldn't be school shooting at all. So political bullshit. I guess some people just feel like, like traditional values, Second Amendment, all that stuff, and like it's not. I mean, we're always changing, right? So maybe it's time to just change and just like push off that Second Amendment.
I think what needs to be changed is just the gun law. The government need to be stricter on the gun, like who is responsibility to hold on to something dangerous like that.
We have heard our students' viewpoints on school shootings and how it's affecting them at school on a daily basis. Do we really want this in America? Do we really want students to go to school every day fearing for their lives? Is this what we really want for our future and for our children? How about if that was your child? Do we really value guns over our future leaders of this nation? Come on, America, let's wake up. Students are taking action. We will continue to march for our lives until our representatives make change. What are you going to do about it? We are too young to vote, but you are not. Let's hold our representatives accountable. Let's make America great for real.
Enough is enough! 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 Enough is enough!
I grew up in the south where the town of bees also spread and death comes about. When friends start to go and feds come around, there's nowhere to go apart from the ground. We didn't have no peace to touch. I was only little, I didn't know much. No father figure, no smiles and pictures. I'm working hard, it's all for my mom. She would work so hard for a $5 to cool up her mom in Eritrea with the Leica. That's why I'ma make it up. Hope you know I'm a...
Oh, I didn't notice you there.
Who are you?
Don't worry about it. What matters is why I'm here.
Why are you here?
To show you the mess that is this country. I've seen your news or Fox. I've also been abducting and questioning various subjects.
What do you mean, mess? And are you abducting people?
America sucks.
That's not true.
Well, from what I've been seeing from your orange president, Latin Americans are all rapists and criminals coming into the country illegally. Aren't they also lazy people, lounging around, feeding off the welfare of white people?
Yo, that's not true either. Latin America is a place of culture and beauties. Their immigrants are productive and hardworking members of society.
Also, they are 6% more likely to take works than white Americans, according to ABC News. According to the Huffington Post, white Americans get the most food stamps, showing that Latin Americans aren't the welfare babies. Regarding whether they are criminals or not, the 2016 stats by the FBI shows that only 18% of crimes are caused by Latinos.
What about the Native Americans, though? I heard that they're all feeding off that Indian money. Aren't they all warriors and bison hunters? Pocahontas?
First of all, no, they are not all Pocahontas and bison hunters. They are normal people like you. Well, not you, but like me. That's just romanticism. Second, not all Native Americans get the government check, as proven by the nativepartnership.org. Those who do are vets, retired educators, or artists, which is the same for many other races.
What about them Asians, though? Little people, am I right? In most ways, but their brain, if you get what I'm saying. And they're also bad at driving. One nearly ran me over on the way here.
Well, though some Asians do score pretty high on tests, looking at flat stat doesn't show anything. Many Asian students don't get straight A's. As for the bad driving myth, Asians are the safest driver in the US, 3 times less likely to get into a fatal accident.
Well, I was dropping by the Deep South yesterday. Some chick totally told me that black people are the most violent and unintelligent people. Also, what are these fried chicken and watermelon? Are these gross human food stuff?
Yes, they are human food, but more troubling is your perception of black people. Crime rates are higher when it comes to black communities, but the situation is more complicated and higher crime rates mean more black violence. Factors such as systematic, institutional, representational racism are to be accounted for when discussing this problem. Black men are more likely to be arrested than others for the same crime, and their arrest is more likely to be reported by the media.
Oh, so white people are the ones with all the power. So they're the racist bigots and school shooters?
Well, not to that extent of every white person, but there are certainly some prejudice that exist in everyone. But of course, there are extremists shot at the Klan and the president. And white people are kind of privileged. They have more opportunity when it comes to wealth, education, job representation, and a lot more. They also get away with smaller crimes and are sentenced to shorter jail time than other minorities. But they certainly are not all living in a bliss paradise either. White people have hardship too.
Oh, wow. So this is America?
Yes!
I see that I was wrong.
Freaking aliens.
stuck on this couch, scrolling through my notes. Heart was broken, still not growing enough.
Waking up to headlines filled with devastation again. My heart is broken, but I keep going. Pain, but I won't let it turn into hate. No, I won't let it change me. Never losing sight of the one I keep inside. Now I know it, yeah, I know it. You can't take my youth away. Soul of mine will never break. As long as I wake up today. You can't take my youth away. You can't take my youth away. The soul of mine will never break. As long as I wake up today. You can't take my youth away. You can't take my youth away.
Yeah, they're kids, but like they're gonna grow up. Like if they still have these ideologies, then that's when systems begin to continue to be upheld, and that's when it becomes a lot harder to bridge the inequities that are basically very present between us. So it's interesting because even though they are young and even though they are innocent, like these opinions are, I think that it's just the biases that we have all been presented via media or just lived experiences of what we think is actually the truth, but in all actuality it's like not.
I want this dog.
Well, what about this one?
I hate that dog. This one's prettier.
I think this one's nice.
She looks dirty.
She's not dirty, she's just a little darker.
She looks dumb.
This dog can be just as smart.
The teen has been wearing her hair like this since the beginning of the school year, but apparently the controversy started after she went to administrators here complaining about kids teasing her about her style.
It says that I'm unique.
Her look is being called a distraction. According to school administrators, the way she styles her hair is a violation of student conduct.
They just say you should change your hair, you should make it straight because it's too puffy.
For the next 5 minutes, I'm going to party like it's on sale for $19.99.
Clearly, like, white people wrote this because it's the white lens of this is what, like, Indian people are like. It's not like those characters are given any degree of humanity.
Have these perceptions that we're not smart. And I think that a lot of what you're saying with, like when people are shocked that you know something, I've gotten that a lot. I've gotten, wow, you speak very eloquently, like the way that I talk. And I'm just like, well, again, you wouldn't be saying these things about a white person.
Who stole America?
Yeah.
White people.
White.
Who stole people from Africa? White people. Who be taking people's land? White people.
White people.
You don't see white people.
Who be stealing cultures? White people. Yo, we're on to something.
I'm sick and tired of people thinking, specifically I am mentioning black people, thinking we owe them something, that the world owes them something. I'm totally opposed to affirmative action. Where are you from? I don't want people to give me a job just because I'm brown. I want people to know that I have the credentials. You know, Polynesians don't have a BET. We don't get all pissed off when we don't have an NAACP that comes and
Friend's mom forbade her son to be friends with him.
They end up just say because you're black, so you can't hang out. Her and her son.
He had to change schools.
I've been bullied for like the way I looked and the way of my skin at my previous school that I went to, and they just kept on bullying me, and I didn't like it. I just asked them to stop.
The only way that we're going to survive as a people is that we work together and we understand that if there's one person that's oppressed, if there's one person that's judged, and I don't mean as a people, as black people, I mean as a people who live here on this earth. If there's one woman that's oppressed, if there's one child that's abused, if there's one person that's discriminated against based on some superficial bull, then we're not going to make it.
Get a grip, man, on how the world really works.
My grandparents have a lot of they're very racist against African Americans and like other races, but it's 2012, so they have to like push that aside, and they'll be like, no, that's wrong to be, you want to stick with your own race, and I'm like, no, I'm friends with everyone.
I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Soul of mine will never fade. As long as I wake up today, you can't take my youth away. You can't take my youth away. Soul of mine will never.
Like whenever I'm like around a white person or like around a white environment, I have to like be more proper, if that makes sense. Like I have to like live up to a standard where I have to like sound more smart or like speak a certain way in order to like be viewed as like a good person.
I grew up all around white peoples, and my hair and my skin tone did not match theirs. I also went to a predominantly white school, so it was kind of hard to see that I'm beautiful and that my skin color's nice. My hair, it used to be straightened like every day, all the time, always in braids, but I gave up on that. I kind of just let it be free. My hair is normal, it doesn't have to be straightened, it doesn't have to be in just like the white way of things. Like, has to be like not frizzy, has to be pushed down, has to be like slicked back.
All you hear a lot about black girls, like they're thick, that's it. Like you don't hear like other things like white girls, you don't hear all that other stuff, them like talking about their body, but when it comes to black girls, that's what everybody talks about.
You see black females, like girls, for example, as ghetto and like loud and all that, but not like every black girl is like loud and ghetto and all that. So like, the stereotype is just wow.
As Black women, we go through adversity and just so many hardships in our lives, and we get treated so poorly, and we get judged and othered based upon our appearances, and our bodies are just objectified and hypersexualized, and it's constantly dehumanized, and just having to live up to that fake standard that cannot be reached is just very exhausting. Our dark complexion and curly hair is what sets us apart from everyone else. Our hair does not make us less than anyone else. Instead, it's a symbol of our royalty. Not just strands of hair, but the pieces that keep us connected to our roots, a reminder of our beauty. My Black sister, the sun loved you so much it drowned you in kisses until the rays of sun were embedded in your skin. Your skin glows like gold because you are made with jewels from within. Your hair rises like the fist of women who fought for freedom. You're a goddess in disguise. Your love kills demons. One human being yet 1,000 men strong. With a fro so unearthly it proves gravity wrong. The first daughter of Mother Nature, the mother of all mothers. Skin that can't be imitated because it's a tone like no other. With beauty so breathtaking you can make the coldest of hearts sob. When God made the Black woman, he was just showing off. When I see a Black woman, I feel a feeling like nothing else, because when I see the beauty of a Black woman, I see a reflection of myself.